Dear viewers, this is your boy Political Hamzy once again. If you do like this content, please click the like button, the subscription button, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell. Today it's going to be as short as possible. I will try, but it's going to be sweet. We'll be talking about the political saga in Nigeria concerning our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the whole certificate concerning Chicago State University. As we've seen right now, through the court's reveal in America, that yes, he did attend Chicago State University, but now the certificate presented to INEC was not issued by Chicago State University. So is it a forgery? I'll leave that for you. It's like you buy something from a shop, and when they ask for you to bring the receipt in, you bring in a receipt, and the shop tells you, yes, you did buy this stuff, but that receipt that you've handed in is not the receipt we issued. So is it a forgery or not? You make up your mind. Then the other problem we have is that the documents and everything, evidence he submitted concerning his academic background, educational background from secondary school, the dates do not tally. You have this thing that he graduated or started school when the secondary school in question was non-existent. And you look at these issues and you're like, this is a credibility issue. This is a moral issue. And to some people, they think it's okay. And I say it's not okay. Imagine you're the chairman board of directors of a company and you're looking for a managing director, and he brings his certificates and the dates don't tally. And they tell you, oh, this certificate he's brought was not issued by the university. Are you going to employ him? No, you're not. But the bigger picture now is down to our security services, especially the DSS, these people that carry background checks. You're unable to carry a proper background check on a university certificate and secondary school credentials. So how on earth are you going to gather intelligence to combat insurgency and terrorism within Nigeria if this little task you cannot achieve? Yes, we have great people working for the DSS, but the problem, it seems, those at the upper end of the DSS, they're partisan, they're complacent, they're incompetent. It speaks a lot about Nigeria. Remember, the president of Nigeria is the ambassador of Nigeria. He's a figurehead. He's who they look up to outside Nigeria. So imagine how foreign countries, how foreign leaders are looking at Nigeria now. They're looking at us and saying, here you have a leader. They don't even know his educational background. They can't even verify his certificates. He's brought a certificate and it wasn't even issued by the university. They're laughing at us. They are laughing at us. And the bigger implication for Nigerians is that now you have Nigerians overseas, when they do bring their certificates out, it's scrutinized now more than the others. And when in doubt, what's going to happen? That organization might not give them the job. They say you cannot paint a certain group of people with one brush. But unfortunately, the kind of world we live in, we are all going to be painted with that brush. And I put it to Mr. President, you had this controversy when you were governor of Lagos State. Now you knew you were running as president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So why didn't you use this time to get your house in order? Why didn't you use this time to get your certificates together, get your people out there to acquire the right certificates for you? Why didn't you do this? To some Nigerians, they think it's okay, but it's not okay. The problem with us as Nigerians, we have this religious, ethnic sentiment. Imagine if this was Atiku, or better still, it was Peter Obi. What do you think the public reaction would be? What would you think APC would say, or the other political parties would say? There'll be uproar. And you wonder, we have a National Assembly checks and balances. Nobody in the National Assembly is talking about this. Is it because they're like, we're in a place of political favor, or we have the same problem as Mr. President? And if we look at Mr. President, the eyes will now turn on us. It's not good enough. You need to do your job. We saw some few months ago, we had this young lady in Nigeria that she was accused of either inflating her JAM scores or forging the JAM certificate. And we saw what happened. We saw the outcry. We saw the security agencies swooping. So what's the difference between this and that? There's simply no difference. People, let's put our sentiments aside. What is wrong is wrong. What are we teaching the next generation? You have said one doesn't need to have attended university to be the president of Nigeria. You don't even need to, some people say you don't even need to present a WAEC certificate. You just need to show you went to secondary school. But even as at that, the documentation showing our president went to certain secondary schools is still incorrect. The dates do not tally. You know, sometimes you could have one or two mistakes, but when you have a series of mistakes, then there's a problem. There's a big problem. And everybody's keeping quiet. Why are we keeping quiet about this? How do we go out there as a nation and speak up for Africa when our house is not in order? Mr. President, you've had enough time to sort this out, and you did not do it for reasons best known to you. And now, instead of you sitting down and the job of getting Nigeria together in order, what we're doing is fighting about your certificates. Did you go to Chicago State University? Did you graduate? Are you male or female? We shouldn't be talking about all this. These are distractions. We should be talking about how to move Nigeria forward. Some people say what happens in a foreign land or in a foreign court bears no significance to what happens in Nigeria concerning politicians. So you want to tell me if our politician or a Nigerian goes out there, commits murder, commits fraud, and he comes back to Nigeria, he's okay to run for political office because he committed that fraud overseas, and because he's now in Nigeria, he's not going to commit any fraud or he's not going to be involved in money laundering? It doesn't make sense. We have to be morally upright when you're a politician. You're representing Nigeria and Nigerians. You're there to work for us, not us working for you. Mr. President, as I said previously, this is not good enough. If this is okay with you, with some people out there, to others it's not okay. This is shining Nigeria in a bad light, Mr. President. As I said previously, sentiments aside, what is wrong is wrong. And this is a big blight on INEC itself. INEC, Mr. President submitted some documents previously when he ran for Lagos State, which were contested against. Now he's come as president, he's come to run for president, and he submitted documents to you. How do you guys verify these documents? How do you do your verification? Do you just, any document given to you, you take it at face value and move along? I don't think INEC is worth their penny. I think it's a very incompetent body. I think INEC itself, things should be shaken up. It should be rejigged because we're not getting value for money from the Independent Electoral Commission. You're not there to be partisan. You're not there to rubber stamp every candidate that comes. You're there to do due diligence and make sure the people that are eligible to run do run for office. Once again, people, this is your boy Political Hamzy. I hope this is resolved and resolved properly. It's now in the hands of the courts, and we hope our judicial system or our justice system is not biased. I hope our justice system is not partisan. I hope they're there to dish out justice and equity. This is your boy Political Hamzy. Do have a nice week. Thank you.